What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Archer Exchange. And are you looking for a fresh take on crypto? Well, look no further than the Archer Exchange, where you can join us as we delve into the exciting world of crypto and discover the possibilities of what could be the future of finance. So make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and hit that like button as well. And we're going to get into a little bit of education, talking about cold wallets and hot wallets. And I'm going to turn it over to Eric.
Welcome to the show, guys. Thanks for watching. Like Austin said, we're going to get into some good information today that's going to help you guys to protect your assets, and nobody's going to be able to touch them if you do it the right way.
That's right. That's right.
And it's something you can't even do, like in the banking world. Like, if your money's in the bank,
Yeah.
it's at risk for people or banks or the governments to take it even. Whereas what we're going to show you guys is where with your crypto, you can actually, you have the keys to it.
Yeah, you own your asset. And so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to get into our guide on using cold wallets and hot wallets. And as investors, it's crucial to know how to secure your assets, right?
Yeah.
Like you mentioned before, like where nobody can gain access to your money or your assets and stuff like that. And so basically, it's important to understand the uh, wallet security and being able to safeguard your assets. And that's why in this episode we're going to explore the differences between cold wallets and hot wallets and how they work and the pros and cons to each one. So to get started, we're going to talk about cold wallets. And so cold wallets is basically known as hardware wallets or offline wallets, and they're physical devices, almost like a USB
So
drive.
that's why they call it cold, because it's offline.
It's offline.
Yeah. Right.
Now these are physical devices that you get. Again, they're like USB sticks, but mainly, the device stores your private keys, and it stays away from the internet. Again, it's offline, so that's pretty nice. And
That's
they're
where you get that extra protection.
extra layer. So that's what they're designed. They're designed to provide an extra layer of security and not be connected to the internet, and it's less susceptible to hacks and malware and phishing attacks. And so, what's a little bit of benefits of having a cold wallet?
So basically, like you said, you're offline, you're off the grid basically, because
Right.
it's cold, it's off, it's not connected to the internet, except
The
for
remote or
when you
Yeah.
you actually, when you use it though, it's going to go on at that time.
Right.
It's going to get back off, type of thing. And it's basically the best protection you can get as far as your assets, because having that separation where it's not connected, that's probably the biggest thing to it. And then you're having that strong seed phrase where you have that 24 words. Gives you that extra layer of protection, because ain't nobody gonna hack that. I think I read time before where you basically have to hit the lottery. You have a better chance of hitting the lottery 7 times in a row than cracking that 24 C phrase.
Yeah, that's a long password. So to speak.
Yeah,
Like,
you ain't lying.
that's what you can basically classify a seed phrase. Like many people ain't gonna know what a seed phrase is,
Yeah.
and basically it's just a password, but it's gonna be 24 words that you have to write down, memorize, or whatever you want to do. But you need to keep that safe as well, because
That's big.
that's basically in the real world that would be your account number, right? Your account
Yeah,
number
pretty
and
much
route
same thing.
number. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just like on steroids. It's like a big, long 24 word.
Yeah, I mean,
That being said, too, it's one of those things where you've got to be responsible and hang on to that and
Yeah.
know what it is, because if something were to happen, then you're not, nobody's going to be able to touch it, because you are owning the keys, and it's kind of like a two-edged sword. So you
tell
gotta
them
be
tell
sure
them
you
what you
keep up with it.
tell the people what you did when you got your ledger. You bought that metal
Oh
thing,
yeah,
and
yeah. So
a good way to
yeah,
secure your.
right. So if you put it on paper and stuff, paper can get ruined, right? It can burn, it gets wet, it can smudge, that kind of thing. So what I did was I ordered, and they've got them out there. Steel plates, these were stainless steel, so they wouldn't rust, and then stamped on there the seed phrase.
Yep.
And put it somewhere safe. And that way, if it's in your house and your house burns down, then
You still got your
you
money.
got it, yeah.
Yeah.
Or you could bury it outside or whatever. So it gives you that extra layer of protection. Because like I said, once you lose that, then it's pretty much, you're gonna have a hard time being able to get into that without that information. But yeah, and you can go even on Amazon and get those.
Yeah.
They
So
have different styles and stuff where you can, engrave it or
yeah, right,
stamp it
right.
or whatever.
And they're not that expensive either, and
No,
it's a
no.
good investment too. Like
Yeah.
especially because when it comes to cold wallets, that would be more for storing a big amount of money,
Yeah.
right? So if you have a lot of money, you want to put it on a cold wallet for storage,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have what we're going to get into in just a second, being hot wallets. That's where you have a small amount of crypto, where you like build up to say a certain amount, $1,000, $2,000, whatever the case may be, and that be like you're trading money and just it's a small amount because again having hot wallets or exchange wallets, then you're susceptible to the hacks and
I think
bankruptcy and stuff from the exchange or phishing attacks where you click on the email link and
Right.
people can get your money.
It's like, the newbies getting into space, this is the one thing that most of them don't do. Like they
A lot of people don't even know about
Right,
what
they don't-
like
Right, they don't even know about it, and they also don't. Even a lot of them that do find out about it, they don't want to put in the effort. They
to learn how to do it.
yeah, they'll keep their money like on the exchanges and stuff, which is like the worst place you can do it if something goes
Yeah.
down.
And
I lost
and
money, you lost money.
And the reason being is because of simplicity,
Yeah.
right? So like it's more simpler to utilize an exchange, because it's almost like a bank, right?
convenient, yeah.
Everybody at a bank account like SRP or Woodforest or Wells Fargo, all that stuff like that,
Yeah.
they do it for you. They do most of your work.
Behind the
But at
scenes.
the end of the day, like you're more susceptible to losing your money because they're in control of everything
Yeah, your hands
versus
are-
you.
Mhm.
That you give them the keys. You wouldn't give, you gonna give somebody the keys to your car. You know what I mean? Let them do whatever you want to.
Yeah.
Oh, like you wouldn't want to do that. So it's the same thing with your money, right? Like you're putting it in a bank, and they have the keys, so they can take your money and do whatever or they can shut it down. All that good stuff.
It
Or
just-
money laundering or suspicious activity.
Right.
Everything like that. Like whereas having it in a cold wallet or even a hot wallet, because
Hot wallet's still
you
safer.
got three different ways to manage your assets. Hot wallet, cold wallet, and exchange.
Mhm.
And a hot wallet is still even better than a regular
Yeah.
centralized exchange due to the fact that, it still has a little bit of problem because it's connected to the internet. But,
Its main thing would be getting hacked because it's connected to the internet. It's hot.
right. Or
You know.
if you're a newbie and you click on links from an email,
Yeah.
instead of
Yeah.
verifying from the
Right.
source type of thing. So, you
Yeah,
kind of got to be careful with that.
Exactly. And you
But,
still got to be careful with the cold wallet because you can get links or people's trying to like con you, that kind of stuff too.
Yeah, right.
Emails and stuff asking for your seed phrase or something.
yeah, if anybody asks for your seed phrase, that's probably the number one thing that you don't give out
Right.
to nobody. Don't nobody need that, at all.
It's just it takes more work, but not a lot of work, but it just takes more effort and work to be able to utilize hot wallets, cold wallets, that kind of thing. And usually, most people when they get into space in the beginning, they're already kind of consumed with so much information and that kind of thing, where they kind of like pushed out to the side. Especially most people get in the bull run,
Yeah,
and that's kind of like the least time you need to worry about like losing your money because everything's up and booming and stuff.
Yeah.
And the bear market's more risky, you want to get it off for sure around that time. But so they're not really seeing that, paying attention to that. Plus, their mind is stuck in the old tradition of.
and you're still gonna have the scammers, right? Like
Oh,
they're always trying to get after people that's got money, no matter if it's crypto or whatever.
Yeah, you said that right. Yeah.
So-
Definitely.
But not to get too much off, I did want to cover the one thing about hot wallets like MetaMask, for example. The other thing is like you will have to utilize your seed phrase every now and again. Like if you get on a different phone or you get on a laptop or a computer,
Yeah.
you will have to input your seed phrase on stuff like that. The main thing is, and to drive that home, is not to click on like your email or something like that. right? Like if you go to MetaMask and you try to sign in and you're trying to export an account from your phone, like if you've never done it online, then it's gonna ask you for your seed phrase so that you can import it. It also gives you a private key, which is like a crazy long uh, set of numbers and letters as well that you can import it using a private key type of thing. But again, like that's only certain examples where you'll utilize that seed phrase
Yeah.
as like for exporting and importing and
Or
stuff like that.
you buy a new phone and you're using your phone.
Right.
That would be another example where you're gonna need that seed phrase.
You're gonna need it,
And,
yeah.
and then like the other day we had an update for Ledger, and it actually said on there, make sure you have your seed phrase in case
In
the
case,
update
yeah.
doesn't go right and you need to get logged back.
Yeah, because if another thing, I'm glad you brought that up, because if you buy a Ledger device and you break that device,
Yeah.
then you can buy another Ledger and utilize the seed phrase, and you can still have access to your assets.
Yeah.
So that's another like awesome thing right there, because it don't really matter about the device or the phone
Yeah,
or anything
exactly.
like that.
It
It's
really is like keys. Like okay, like you lose your car key, you can go get another set of car keys from the
Yeah.
dealership, and then still start your car
Yeah,
again.
right.
Same principle.
same principle, right?
I mean that's awesome. So a lot of people think, oh, like your crypto is actually on this device, but it's just a key to get
Yeah,
to it.
yeah, right. It's like an account number and a
Yeah.
route number
Right.
all in one that you have access to your money no matter what, as long as you got this key.
And I think too, you know, uh, people too, like as far as the cold wallet and the hot one, the difference too, where it's like you have to go buy, a cold wallet actually costs money when you buy it, whereas a hot wallet, you can pretty much get for free. You download, you don't have to go to the store.
Yeah.
So that's more convenient too.
It's more convenient,
and,
yeah.
and easier. It's more simplified too. And a lot of people, they don't want to spend the extra money to
Yeah.
go buy a cold wallet, that type of thing too. And also, we talk about this all the time and tell people where you go get your cold wallet at too.
Best Buy, or
Yeah, you don't want to like.
you want to go straight to the website, or make sure you get a brand new device still in the package, never been tampered
Right,
with.
because you can actually be hacked
Already,
on
yeah.
the way
Mhm.
to your, before they send it.
Like, don't buy one on Amazon or eBay or
Yeah.
nothing like that. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, man.
I would trust Amazon a little bit more, but again, it has to make sure it's brand new, not
And
no.
make sure the seal is good,
Yeah.
and when you get it intact and all that
Yeah.
stuff before you start using it, because you never know.
Never know if somebody put something on that device where
Yeah. Oh man.
fake wallets and stuff. It goes straight to their wallets instead of your wallet.
And, I mean, I'm sure it's happened.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
So that's just like something really, like you said, go straight to the website. I mean, the source, the company. Like Best Buy, if you're like the Nano, you can go there and get it. And they've got a ton of different colors and everything. So that's a safe way of doing it. And that's something to keep in mind.
Yeah. And another thing when it comes to hot wallets, again with them being online, to have good security practice. Some things that are good for security practice is having a strong password.
Yeah.
Because you're going with hot wallets, you can get them again, like you said, on apps, so you can get that on your phone, your desktop, or whatever the case may be, laptop, anything like that. So having strong passwords is good. Two-factor authentication is good, and keeping your software up to date.
Yeah.
Making sure you update your app, or if you're on your laptop or computer, updating that as well. That way, you're not at risk to other people accessing your
there's
info.
updates, like all the time, so staying up to date. And they do that for security
Yeah,
purposes
right.
and other reasons too. But so yeah, definitely staying up to date on that, paying attention to that stuff. And like you said, the stronger the password, the better, and keeping that in a safe location too. And using that, password only for that type, instead of like for other stuff you got going on.
Right.
That's the safest way to do that. But yeah, I mean, there's so many, different wallets out there too.
Yeah.
As far as both hot and the cold wallets and stuff, and of course, MetaMask has been around for a while, and they're very popular. And like you said with the scams, I get emails all the time saying that, I've been locked out for whatever reason, and I need to go in and put it in.
I don't even check my email unless it's.
Man,
I mean, just to delete emails and stuff like that.
No one ever ask you for your seed phrase.
Yeah, right.
It's decentralized, So if you see that, then you know,
Automatic red flag.
right, automatic red flag. They're trying to steal your money.
Yeah, right.
Your hard-earned money that you work for, and so you
And
got
it
to be
kind of
careful.
puts a bad taste in people's mouth because they'll get scammed because they don't really know how to keep their assets and their money safe, type of thing. So, they don't really know. So then they click on this, thinking, oh, my account's about to get shut down,
Oh
or,
man,
my account's been
yeah,
locked out. I need to log in now. And they click on that link. That's not how you do things, right? You got to go
hmm
straight to the source.
that's the best
And you
way
want
to
to go
go.
straight to your exchange, whether it be Coinbase, Nexo, Crypto.com, Binance, whatever the case may be, MetaMask, Ledger,
Even
whatever.
Amazon,
Yeah, I
that
mean,
stuff just goes straight to Amazon.
right, even real world. I mean, it's the same thing. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
everybody's had an email from somebody saying something's happening. Your account's suspended from eBay or
yeah,
Amazon
right.
or what. You can compare everything that in general and compare it with crypto, and you'd have the same problem. Just for the simple fact that it's all digital.
Probably the same people doing stuff now
Because
too.
the fact is that it's digital and it's online,
Yeah.
and there's so many people out there that try to take the easy life and
Oh man,
just steal everybody's money type of thing, and you got to be careful with it. So again, you
definitely.
don't want to click on anything that looks fishy. If it looks fishy, it probably is. If it sounds too good to be true, it
Oh yeah.
probably is. Type of
Or
thing.
I've even where you'll see stuff come up like send like your crypto here and get like
Oh
so
yeah,
much back. And
right.
that's kind of the
Oh,
same
we'll
thing
double
too.
your crypto. Yeah.
You really got to educate yourself like on this stuff to protect yourself. What they do is with the crypto and any scam is they try to scare you to death and make you panic and not think rationally to go check your
Yeah.
site, like we talk about, and you just, oh, I got to get in and do it, and that's
Yeah.
how you mess up because you're not thinking like you're panic mode, you're anxious about it and stuff, and that's what they're counting on. So, but if you gain the knowledge and understanding before it happens, then you're nipping it in the bud pretty much, and
Yeah.
preparing yourself and training yourself to be in that situation.
So I want to cover like what are some pros to having a cold wallet. All right. So
Oh yeah.
one pro to me would be it's ideal to store large amounts of money, right? Because it's offline. So if you have a lot of money, you can store it offline, not have to worry about anybody hacking it or stealing your funds or phishing attacks from like clicking emails and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Especially with cold wallets, right? It's a little bit harder to steal somebody
Mm-hmm.
else's money
Mm-hmm.
when you got to physically sign that transaction
Oh
on your
yeah. Yeah.
device.
Yeah. Right.
So you can have my phone, you can have that laptop or whatever, or my computer, and you still can't do anything with my money,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So that's
Yeah.
one of the biggest
Mm-hmm.
things for having a cold wallet to me is, and then what is do you have any
I like that it's decentralized and
right?
that you can actually trade on there
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
and you can get a lot of coins that you couldn't normally get
mm,
perhaps
yeah,
and they have staking on there like if you're the ledger I don't know
yeah,
about all the
yeah,
wallets but I think most of them different wallets do I like the ledger
yeah, right.
they have staking on there ledger's been around for a long time too it's been reliable and dependable and stuff but yeah so I like too you the layout of it even
Yeah,
the way you
right.
can see everything
Gives you
it
your
shows
portfolio,
your
your
portfolio
coins.
and your gains and your it
Yeah,
looks I mean basically it looks just like a regular exchange
yeah.
to a certain degree so I think a lot of people feel
Well,
like
it uses third party
yeah
places
yeah
to buy and sell and stuff like that. So
right
you'll have your device. Well, no, you can buy utilizing the third party and it sends it over to your ledger. But the key feature, though, again, is even being able to like even though it has an online feature
mm-hmm.
and you can buy and sell your crypto on that device, you still can't do anything without
You still got to use
physically
that
using.
sign for it with your
You,
device.
you still got to
Yeah.
physically sign for it. So no matter what, like I can buy, which means anybody can put money on my ledger and my offline
Yeah.
cold wallet,
Right.
but nobody can get money off of it without the device.
Yeah. It's pretty
You
awesome.
know, I mean that's awesome out
Yeah,
there.
you
Yeah.
can't beat that. And when I first heard about cold wallets and stuff, I didn't understand that you could actually buy and sell crypto on there, trade it, and that I hear this a lot from a lot of people like your assets, it's all in real time on there,
Mm.
on when you're looking at it and the actual price. But a lot of people think that like it doesn't keep up with what's going on.
Oh, right, right,
It's
right.
like locked separate type of thing going on, over there and stuff.
No, it's
But
on it's online as
right.
far as the prices and your app and
Hmm.
everything else like that up to date. And like you said, everybody's confused on
Yeah, they're
what.
thinking like you can't see how much money you got in there
Yeah,
because
no,
it's
it
all
shows you
dialed stuff
everything up to date.
in a second. Yeah,
And well, what it does is synchronizes to your device.
exactly.
And even though your device, you may leave it at the house, or you could be in a different state, you could leave it at home, and you could be in California, and it still synchronizes with your device because of it being online. It's just the transaction part
Yeah.
of it, of sending, like if you wanted to send money off of your
Hmm.
ledger, that you actually got to sign for.
And it's set up where you again have a password to do that too.
Yeah, right.
Or for even extra security, that pin that you have that
Yeah.
you set up on there. So it's
Yeah,
great.
like they can get your device, and then they
Yeah,
then they would have to know this password, not necessarily your seed phrase, but they would have to know your password
yeah,
to be able to get into your device,
exactly.
and then you authorize it or whatever.
And you can even lock your wallet too on there. Have you seen that on there?
Yeah, on that.
If you like you lose your ledger or you're scared, something,
Yeah,
something,
lock your account.
and it lock your account out just like you would go like on your bank. You can lock
Yeah,
your credit card. Same thing.
yeah, that's a nice
Technology and
feature
stuff.
too.
So that's pretty cool too. And I mean, you can't beat it really. I mean,
Yeah,
and to be able to sleep at night,
right.
when everything's going down and stuff. And I mean, I should have done it a long time ago. And it's kind of like people just get kind of lazy and they take the easy route, and
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, that's just kind of human nature, and some
Yeah.
people more than others or whatever. But if you
Until
follow,
something bad happens, and then they're like,
yeah,
"Oh, I
yeah,
better start looking
it
into
gets
this."
your attention. Yeah, most definitely. And like, I mean, it's so much safer than like having your money in the bank and stuff. You could literally like take your bank account money, turn it into USD coin, and
Hmm.
then send it over there to your wallet. And I mean, it's gonna be safer
Yeah.
than in the bank.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And you can get that ledger card, and then
Yeah,
you'd be able to
yeah.
spend it or whatever.
Right. And then whenever if you want to send it back to like Coinbase or something or whatever exchange you're using, you can just send it back over there and then sell back to your bank or however you want to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do it directly on there too, but I think the fees are more or whatever. And being in different countries, that affects it too. But I mean, so much. I mean,
There's a lot of
better.
there's a lot of pros to it, and a few of the cons. To give you a layout of the good thing, not just all good. There is a little bit of
Yeah.
bad
Price
things
for
that come
everything.
to it with
Right.
everything. Yeah, right. So, like if you was to have a lot of transactions, like if you are into gaming or nodes or you know anything that has to do with like trading, buying, selling, you're gonna pay fees. So it's a little bit less convenient when it comes to that nature, just for the simple fact that it ain't designed for like day to day transactions.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
designed more for like a storage and storing your money and having
So what's your
large amounts.
strategy like right now is the accumulation part of the cycle, right? So do you every time you buy it, do you automatically send it over right then to your ledger, or do you let it build up?
I let it bit. I let so
Or like you have a certain amount, you try to shoot over there, or
Well, so like on centralized exchanges, you got to have, there's a certain amount of time that you got to wait before you can move your money off of the centralized exchange, just because of the simple fact that it's got to clear your bank account, it's
right?
got to come out your
Yeah.
bank, clear, and so they give you like that grace period, 7-10 days, where you can't move your money or your assets from one place to another. Now, what I do is I'm not gonna send $50 or $100 off of the
Right.
centralized exchange because you're going to pay a fee for moving it from one place to another. So I like to build up. Now, me personally, I'll build up a good little bit of that crypto, and depending on which one it is, also
Yeah.
because like some
Some pennies are
cryptocurrencies
oh yeah.
are cheaper than others. Some
Exactly.
of them are fractions of the penny. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So it ain't that big of a deal. But when you get to ones like Ethereum or something like that, and you try to send $100 and it costs you $5,
Yeah. Right.
you don't want to do that every $100. So
Well, you can
you'll
like use the Polygon like Matic to see
right,
through that work too.
yeah, the bridge,
That helps out a lot too.
right. So a few different things that I do. I like to build up a little bit before I send it off for the exchange. You know, at least personally like 500 to 1,000 worth of that crypto, and then I'll move it off because you don't want to lose $1,000 or $500. So once it hits that certain amount, I'll move it off.
It's kind of like having insurance if you think about it in a way. It's, you buy it.
Except it ain't a scam.
Yeah, right. So it's not a scam. But you have to actually buy this hard device, this physical device, and you are protecting your assets with it. I mean,
Yeah.
you're sending your stuff over there. You're paying a little bit, for gas fees or whatever. Whereas if you just left it on there, like exchange, you wouldn't be
Yeah.
paying those gas fees and stuff. But it's worth it.
Yeah, and the biggest part is the simple fact that you ain't got to like what you said with like insurance and stuff like that. Like you ain't got to worry about um anything happening to it. Now, granted, like you're not gonna have like FDIC. It ain't gonna be insured like most some, I ain't gonna say most, but some centralized exchanges are insured. Like they insure your assets and stuff like that up to a certain amount or whatever the case may be. But your insurance is the fact that it's offline and it's on a device. That's in my opinion. Like that's my security and that's my safety net is the fact that I'm in control. But again, like you said earlier, is um,
Proactive.
you got to be proactive and diligent on keeping up with all your stuff and making sure that know
Yeah.
how to do it, how to operate it, how to manage it, keeping up with it and stuff like that.
You gotta have like a plan that you come up with.
Yeah.
And the seed phrase, like if somebody gets your seed phrase, that's all they gotta have, like to get your stuff.
Yeah.
So
right.
that's the most important part that you have to protect.
Yeah. Right.
So that's where that metal card comes in, where you can engrave a
Yeah.
stamp or whatever, and you can even do like two of them, like put one here, there, or whatever.
Yeah. Right.
Everybody can have their
I
own
mean, you
strategy
can get a lockbox at the thing or
Yeah,
at the post office or something like that.
They say memorize it.
Or at a bank.
The best way, but
Right.
it's like memorize. You might forget it or whatever.
You ain't
You got
lying.
Different,
Yeah.
different seed phrases.
And don't keep it on your phone either, because if somebody hacks your phone,
Man.
they can clone your phones. You know what I mean? Like if they get in a certain range of your phone, somebody can clone your information. I'm telling you. So you got to be careful with that too. You don't want to just write it down on your phone or take a screenshot or anything like that, because technically if they hack your phone, they got your info. So you don't want to do that either. Again, writing it down on a piece of paper may not be the most secure method, but it is a step that you could take to secure your money until you can find a better route to go, just in case something dramatic was to happen, like your house catch on fire or something like that.
You want to be like just real careful about if you're into the crypto space. You really don't want to advertise it too much to many people to let them know that you're into crypto, because it kind of puts a target on you.
Yeah.
And they might come after you.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of thing.
Especially if you start flaunting around, I made $1 million on this or that.
Yeah.
Type of thing. They're
It's
going
best to be more quiet about it. Now, your
Yeah.
friends or whatever, talk with them about it, but you don't want to flaunt it like in public or so much, and people find it, because I'm telling you, like there's people that
Yeah.
are looking for those kind of people, and they could put a gun to your head and like give me your whole wallet, seed phrase or whatever,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Right.
Especially if they find out about it. I've heard several different stories about that in the last few years, all over, like in China. There's a guy that they robbed him for 7 Bitcoin.
Oh, man.
And it's because it is decentralized and all that. They're not risking it. There's nothing you can do about it once they take it. It's not like you can go report to the police and stuff. But
Yeah,
you're really gonna
yeah,
get it back,
right, right.
There's no insurance like FDIC, like you were saying.
Yeah, and I think that's what a lot of another thing that scares people away too is
Yeah.
the fact that if you lose it, you lose it. That's it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Exactly. I mean, it's just like.
And that is a tough pill to swallow. You know what I mean? Like
Man, yeah.
if
Especially if you see what you
But
can
it-
grow up in the next few years.
but it can happen with anything in life. You know what I mean? If you're not careful and you don't
Yeah,
do your due
you go get
diligence.
Car work done. You get
Right.
bad, or you lose your job or
Yeah,
whatever.
right.
So that's where you gotta adapt or whatever. But it is what it is. But that's probably, I mean, that right there is so important, especially in the bear market. Having
Yeah,
that cold storage. Even if you can't get a cold wallet, a hot wallet is
yeah.
better than nothing.
It's a little bit more complicated, but that's why we're here, and that's why we created this channel, is to give you guys the education, the knowledge, to figure out how to become, you know, in control of your money,
Mm-hmm.
and become financially free, building passive income, or whatever your goal is. You know, because you got to have a goal, and almost like a mission. You know, you got to have a mission in life to what you're trying to accomplish. You know, so many people live day by day in this matrix system
Oh
that we
man,
have,
yeah.
and it's kind of crazy. But we ain't gonna get into
I
all
mean,
that.
you can if you're mining coins, you can mine directly to your cold wallet, your hot
Yeah,
wallet. You know, that's a nice thing too. And you know, if you're staking, you can put anything in there basically, just
yeah,
about. And you know, as new coins come out and stuff, they add those into the wallet
yeah.
over time. And
Updates and all that good
right.
stuff.
And like the Nano Ledger, you know, there's like I think there's three different wallets. There's either two or three, and depending on like how many coins you have, it's like you know this one holds this many coins,
Yeah,
this one holds this
right,
many.
right.
So you're better off, you know, if you got a large you know amount of coins to get the bigger one, I believe.
Yeah, and you want to do your research on Cold Wallet. Now, you know, both of us have the ledgers. We like
Yeah.
the ledger, but you know, there's other wallets that may suit your needs, and so you know, you don't have to go by what we say,
Exactly.
but you want to understand that Cold Wallets is there to help you and it's going to benefit you. But you don't have to get what we get. You can get whatever you want to get. The main thing though is whatever benefits you. Because maybe this one has more coins that you're into, more projects and stuff like that that you're interested in than than this
Yeah,
cold
right.
wallet,
Yeah,
right?
that's a good point too because like you know some of the newer wallets. This was what happened to me. You know you have a lot of coins and stuff, and you have some coins that are younger or whatever, not aren't as popular. Um, you want to make sure that you pick a cold wallet that is able to take those coins.
Mm.
And like certain wallets that haven't been around as much, they haven't got it set up to have that as many you know coins in there.
Right.
Ledger, I think, is like 7,000 coins. That's ridiculous, way up there.
Mm.
But like you know, some of the newer ones.
Yeah,
I actually bought one before. I sent it back. I was like, well, I can't put this.
and they work with a lot of ERC20 tokens.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
anything on Ethereum, you know,
And it
you
can get
basically gonna be
complicated on there because you got like Bitcoin, you got like 2 to 3 different networks.
yeah,
You know, like the Lightning, the Segway, like all that, where you don't ever see that stuff on like
yeah,
exchanges and stuff.
right, right. You got to be careful knowing what blockchain you're on and what
Yeah.
network you're on and stuff like that because
Definitely.
if not, you'll lose money there too. You know, cause now sometimes they can work with you, you know, contact support and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, so when you actually send your coins, you know, and they don't show up, they're still on the blockchain. There is ways of getting that.
yeah,
You know, people they think it's just gone or whatever. It's kind of floating around there. You can say in a way, you know. So like I got mine back, or not to get off subject, but you know. So if that does happen to you, then if you contact the right people, then you can
yeah,
pretty much get it back. It may take a while,
yeah.
but I mean,
They ain't gonna like it, but you know they'll get it back for you or whatever the case may be.
right. So that's a good thing. But yeah, I mean, you can't beat it.
And then
I'm glad. Have you had any regrets like using the cold storage?
no, not one regret.
Yeah.
Regret.
Me either. I mean, you know, I've got a couple hot wallets, and then even with them, it's kind of like, yeah. But with the
Yeah, MetaMask has had problems in the past.
yeah, right, yeah,
Yeah, I haven't really had too many problems with the Ledger. You know they do a bunch of updates. You know, but
that's good.
really that's good because they're always trying to be better and you know implement better and different things. But yeah, so you know I think we covered a good bit about cold wallets. Now when it comes,
Any comments or anything on it?
not yet.
No. Okay.
If y'all are just tuning in, we're talking about the cold wallets and hot wallet storage and being able to store your assets. And, you know, leave a comment down below. That way, you know, we know what you're interested in. Or maybe you don't know which ones to get in or whatever the case may be.
They just came out with that new one too, the stacks, the ledger,
Mm.
you know, and it's simplified. You know, it's more expensive than like the ones we have, you know, but it has like a bigger screen. It breaks it down easier. I don't know. You know, I probably would stick with the old school until that one's proved itself, kind of thing.
Right.
Because you never know.
Just want to find out what works for you. Do your
Yeah.
research on it. Figure out, look at the reviews, the comments, stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Type of thing. That
It's
way,
your money, so you want to make sure.
Yeah.
You
if
follow.
you want to look at the reviews on it. If people are commenting bad stuff about it, then you might not want to go with that one. But again, read them because somebody may have a negative comment saying, "Oh, the screen's too small" or something. Well, that's not really that big of a deal. It may be a big deal to this person, but it may not be a big deal to you.
Everybody's different.
Right.
Everything. Somebody might have bigger fingers than somebody else.
Yeah, right.
As good or whatever.
Yeah.
You're not gonna make everybody happy.
No, right.
So that's just life.
Yeah.
The way it is. But yeah. I mean, like I said, it's just I'm glad I got mine and I learned the hard way. Just like you did, lost money on Voyager.
Yeah.
And I'm still waiting on that to take place.
Yeah. We're getting close. I think we're getting close.
But yeah, you guys leave a comment. If you wanted more information on this, if you want to.
Yeah, hit that like and subscribe button too. It'll help us, especially comments. If you comment in the video, it'll help us produce content that's more suitable for what you need. Because if you don't really care about what we're talking about as far as like the education part, leave some comments on what you do want to know, and then we can address what you want to learn. Go from there type of thing. Because ultimately that's what we're trying to do is educate and teach, and bring good crypto information. Again, you got the financial future of being digital and probably gonna be crypto. You know what I mean? So, one of them things that
you guys want to make a lot of money, you want to make it quick, but if you make the money and then something happens and then it's the exchange goes down that you got it on or something, and you ain't gonna be able to spend it. So
yeah,
it's best thing you can do is get you a cold storage wallet, put it on there, and you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, right.
If you take the right steps and you remember you have your seed phrase saved and all that in a safe place, safe location, and then when you're ready to sell, you can just
Move
sell
it
on there or send it back.
Yeah.
And you're gonna pay a little bit of it ain't that much. It's the same price for whatever you send. Like
Right.
Ethereum, like if it's $5, it's $1 million, or if it's $20, it's still gonna be $5 gas fee or whatever.
Right.
But that's going down too with the Ethereum merge.
Yeah. Right.
With all that stuff going on, not the merge, but the update stuff. So yeah, take the appropriate steps. Protect your assets. Like you work too hard. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to just throw that away. That's your time and your energy.
Yeah.
So,
you don't went to work 10 hours a day, 8 hours a day, whatever the case may be, and then if that's $100 or $200 or $500 a day, from working.
Well, you don't know if that $100 investment's gonna be like a 100x one.
It could, right.
Right.
That $100 could turn into 1,000. It could turn into 10,000 or whatever.
That's kind of like the point we're gonna talk about how it did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
We're back.
Well, that's gonna happen sometimes,
I don't know if it's
Yeah, it's back on.
sorry about that, guys. We had a little bit of
Lost our internet.
internet issues. What happened to the camera? I zoomed in way.
It's all messed up right now. It'll be all right. We'll get through it one way or another. I'm just glad I got that cobalt.
Yeah, right. Another internet thing.
Oh, is it on that APIC? I don't know. Anyways, yeah. So they basically been going after these extra. The SEC, they pretty much claimed all the coins like a security, except for like Bitcoin and even Ethereum. But now people are saying that they're probably going to go back on Ethereum and change their mind on that. Is it running? Oh, that's a little bit better. Boy, the internet screwed the whole thing up. God dang, that's crazy. Woo-wee.
Yeah.
Got the power like Elon Musk in there.
Man, I'm telling you, yeah.
Uh,
It can't. Oh, you know what? That's why.
It usually doesn't go out too much like that. Sorry about that, guys. Even my phone's messing up.
Mm.
Man, that's crazy right there. But it's gonna happen.
All right, we back. We back in
Back
it.
on now.
Yeah,
Got her straightened out now.
I think so.
All right, good deal. Let's see if
Oh
I can-
yeah, what they did.
Yeah, it was all over earlier, and I'm gonna look it up right here. Security. Okay. Oh, that's a video right there. I guess it works. We'll figure out.
Oh.
Oh, that's interesting. SEC Chairman Gary Gensler caught shrilling Algorand, now deems it a security.
Yeah.
3 hours.
So that, again, sorry about that, everybody. But this was posted a little bit ago. It says the SEC labels Algorand and 5 other tokens as securities in the Bittrex lawsuit.
Crazy.
Now, obviously one of them being Algorand, but
I've got Algorand.
it says
You got
that
it too, don't you?
it says it's against Bittrex. It's the platform, and it failed to register with the watchdog as an exchange. And so maybe it ain't saying that
There they are right there.
the tokens listed as examples of crypto asset securities are OMG, Network, Dash, Monolith, Naga, and Real Estate Protocol, and then Algorand. And it says there will likely be more, describing the lineup as a non-exhaustive list. Of the tokens included in the lawsuit, Algorand is by far the largest by market cap, with a total value of $1.6 billion. Over the past day, the token has fallen 4%.
Yeah. I'm just looking at it.
Now
right
it didn't. Now Algorand didn't respond immediately to any requests for comments. So that's pretty.
Okay, so look at this. So I just brought up Coinbase, right? It says it's funny. Scheduled maintenance, Dash, Zcash, Litecoin, blah blah blah. Anyways, send and receive for these assets will be temporarily delayed beginning. I thought it had the other ones on there too, but it doesn't. But they're updating that. But so Algorand right now, yeah, it's down 5.66. Probably because of this right here, of course. Falling down. Might be a good time to buy some more. But anyways, yeah, I mean that's crazy, man. I mean, why did they pick those coins out of all the other coins? Like, does it say on there?
Well, it says it's talking a lot about Algorand due to it being so big. I guess it says it led algo investors to reasonably expect to profit from Algorand. And the Algorand Foundation efforts to grow the Algorand protocol. I don't understand the SEC, but
Nobody does. They don't make any sense. I mean, they're fixing to lose that XRP case. Now I guess they're going to go after all these other coins too, or something.
Right.
Like it's like a sinking ship. They're going to take down as many as they can. Try to take down as many as they can. I wish that lawsuit would hurry up and end with XRP, and make them just fall on their face. Man, that'd be nice. And we need to win that so bad, so that
we can get clarity,
we
really.
can get clarity, and then put them in their place, because they're stepping out of their zone, and trying to like take in this other asset class when they shouldn't be, and because it is a newer asset class, and they're trying to like dominate, like, oh well, we're gonna take this in, blah blah blah.
Oh, the government, they try to get the money.
Oh yeah.
They try to make money off every little thing that every American does. Ain't no American free.
We were just talking about Dash. Was it last week? Or a couple weeks, last couple episodes or whatever about the nodes.
Yeah, being
a good node and stuff.
It's actually one of the longest running node to be. As far as like building passive income and
9 years or something.
Yeah, 9 years.
Yeah,
Yep.
Dash is down 4.27%. It's $58.68 right now. Which I mean, really, this basically only affects the U.S., I would think, right? The SEC is in the U.S.
Right.
And so if the price is going to come down, all the other countries, the whole world, and the U.S. is just this one part of it, type of thing. But I mean, it dumped a little bit, but not too bad.
Yeah.
And I think this was probably, 4 hours ago, 6 hours ago?
Yeah, it was a couple hours ago.
That's what we were talking about earlier, about the news can just change things so quickly, in this space.
Wonder.
That's let me see what that price is. What's happening to that right now? I mean, it's crazy because you would think like these exchanges have got to be scared. Like, they listed this as a security. Then they might delist it or something, because they don't want to get in trouble with the SEC and stuff,
Yeah.
And that's what happened with XRP too, So, OMG's not showing up on here. Interesting.
So I think we're going not a whole lot going on in the news today besides, the SEC trying to get their hands on some other stuff,
Right.
Try to deem everything as security.
Oh, man.
We're going to talk about coin of the day, which is going to be Solana. And Solana is one of the emerging players in the digital currency space. And in this episode, we're going to explore what Solana is, the key features of it, and how it differs from other cryptos. Right. And so pretty much what Solana is, it's a high performance blockchain platform.
It's a blockchain level 1. It's a 1, ain't it? Like
layer 1?
Layer 1?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's a high performance blockchain platform that aims to provide a scalable and secure foundation for decentralization applications and cryptocurrencies. It was created by Solana Labs in 2020. It's designed to address some of the limitations that happen, with Ethereum, such as slow transaction speeds and improving the fees, transaction fees, and the speeds and stuff like that. So, and it utilizes innovative technology. Some of the key features of Solana is it boasts several features that set it apart from other cryptos. The first thing is it offers a high transaction throughput with the ability to process up to 65,000 transactions per second.
That's unbelievable.
So that's pretty fast right there. The fastest blockchain in the market as of right now.
Good grief.
It's achieved this through the unique mechanism called proof of history.
Right.
Which provides a verifiable and stamped record of all the transactions. So that's
even like above and beyond like proof of stake. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you got proof of history. Like, you got proof of work, proof of stake, and you got proof of history, which I know this one works with the other one too, but wow. And dude, like I know I've used like Solana blockchain to move stuff or whatever, and I think it's like 2 cents or less or something.
Yeah.
To move something,
It's cheap.
See my cold storage wallet or whatever. I mean,
a lot of people,
man,
another thing is like a lot of people thought Solana was dead, because of FTX collapse and all that good stuff, and Sam Bankman-Friedman.
Right. That's Sam's coin.
He basically, promoted the mess out of that coin, and and it kind of fell like 90% down or whatever.
But it's doing pretty good right
and now. And now it's, I think Solana did kind of like a reset.
Yeah.
We talked about this before, where. Sometimes like something like that happens and everybody gets all paranoid about the coin and all that. But technically, it's almost like a great reset. Like whoever they had most of it, they dumped it. Now the project basically reset and restart and building from there. And it's still been going pretty strong. So.
Oh yeah. I mean, it got down like $14, didn't it, or something like that in November?
Yeah, like $14, $15.
The low, and I think today it hit close to 25. I mean.
Yeah, that's good. The second thing that it brings to the table is it has low transaction fees, making it cost-effective for users and developers to build and interact with DApps on the platform. The fees are typically a fraction of a cent, as you mentioned. It's pretty cheap. So it's a pretty attractive option for decentralized finance applications and other use cases that require frequent and low transaction costs. A
How
third,
could you not want to use that when it's so much cheaper than like Ethereum and stuff? You know.
yeah, right. Oh, another thing, and it has its own network too, right? So, like it runs on its own network and stuff like that. It offers robust security and decentralization. It uses a combination of proof of history and proof of stake
Wow.
consensus mechanisms to ensure the integrity and security of its network. Proof of stake allows Solana token holders to participate in block validation, and proof of history establishes a chronological order of transactions. And
So they're working together.
yeah,
Yeah.
and some of the use cases of Solana is it gained popularity in various use cases, which include decentralized finance, NFTs, gaming, and many other things. Um, it has fast transaction speeds, low fees, scalable architecture makes it attractive for the developers to be able to build off of it, and so pretty much, it's a high performance blockchain platform that offers fast speeds.
More high performance, that nails it right there.
Yeah, high performance. Transaction speed, low fees, robust security, unique features make it well suited for various use cases, including DeFi, NFTs, gaming, as we mentioned. And as the crypto market continues to evolve, Solana is emerging, again, like I just mentioned, emerging as a prominent player, providing innovative solutions to address the scalability challenges of traditional blockchain networks.
You know how many transactions per second that Visa is?
Visa?
Yeah. Okay.
100?
That was, what'd you say, 65,000?
65,000?
1,700. Visa.
Dang. Yeah, that's crazy right there.
Yeah. So you're talking about.
And Visa's like,
Woo,
I
they're
think
everywhere.
Visa's like
man.
the biggest company in the world.
Yeah, they're global, like So 1,700, that's crazy, and they're 65,000.
Per second.
That's freaking nuts, dude. I mean, that tells you right there, like what it's capable of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Woo-wee.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty crazy. Well, that pretty much wraps up the show for today.
So are you bullish on Solana?
I'm pretty bullish on it. I'd say it definitely get higher than where it's at now, at least 3x. Well, maybe 5.
Right.
I could see it going back over $100 a coin.
Just for the fact that it's so fast, like the fastest one, that right there, a lot of people are gonna want to be invested in it.
It's got to overcome a lot of that negativity that happened with the FTX and Sam Bankman-Friedman.
Definitely.
So
But people are gonna forget about that.
Right.
Stuff,
Once
over time.
every time they build and develop and get better and better, more people will get back into Solana.
It's amazing how quickly people forget stuff.
Yeah.
And then I mean it really is, like it's crazy, but yeah, it's gonna. I think it's gonna be something.
Yeah, I mean,
I have no doubt.
I'm bullish on it. I don't know if it'll, I ain't gonna say this bull market it'll hit a new all-time high, but I could definitely see it going, between 3 to 5x.
Yeah.
From where it's at now.
Right. And I think the all-time high was like 260. I think before $260. Close to it, right around there. I think it was.
I think we got it pulled up here.
Yeah.
So it's $24.79 right now, and the all-time high was
260.06.
all-time high $260.06, and like I said, I feel like it could go back over $100.
And look at the all-time low 3 years ago. It was half a cent.
50 cents.
50 cents. Half a dollar, 50 cents. Golly.
So actually, what's that? 500 total supply, 539 million.
Yeah, it's kind of low in it for a coin.
Yeah,
a lot of them are in the billions and stuff.
Pretty low. Yeah.
A lot of people have concerns.
Well,
about,
max supply, I don't have no data on max
yeah.
supply. I don't know.
Oh, you can stake it too.
Yeah, you can stake it. You can stake it even on the cold wallet.
Yeah, right. A lot of people have concerns because like the network would go down a lot. Like at the bull run and stuff.
And it's ranked number 10 in the market too. So that's pretty fascinating too. It's a
right.
top 10 coin out of 22,000.
And it's newer coin too. Hasn't been around but a few years. So
right. It just had some bad.
There's a lot of negativity.
A few bad apples that was in the bunch that kind of affected Solana.
Man, this space is like so competitive. I mean, it's crazy. You got Cardano. competing. You got
Polka
Solana,
dot,
you got
Solana.
Caspa. It's crazy. I mean, it's nuts, man.
Yeah.
I mean, what's gonna be like a year from now? Can you imagine what's gonna? Oh, we got coins 160,000 a second. You know, I mean, it's crazy. Like it could be. I mean,
always,
I don't know.
yeah. I mean, you gotta think like they're trying to solve. If you're trying to solve something that's worldwide problem, you want it to be fast.
Yeah.
And you want it to be safe.
I mean,
and secure.
do you ever think like it's
And you don't want it to
overkill?
cost a arm and a leg either.
Right. You ever think like it's just like putting out a showing sometimes? Like Visa is so big and they can do it with 1,700 transactions. I mean, is 65,000 necessary? I mean, maybe it is. I don't know. But I mean,
It's a good thing to have on the back end though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Right.
may not need 65,000, but it'll come in handy
Yeah.
if need be.
Right.
Type of
Right.
thing. Like if it takes over something, maybe
Yeah.
like if it replaces Visa
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
And even though they do 1,700 transactions per second with Visa,
I mean, Visa takes like days to go through, don't it? Like when you do your credit card. Or
it
whatever.
depends. I mean, I got
Well, no.
I got
know,
MasterCard
Yeah.
personally, but
I guarantee it's not as fast as like.
I know people that have Visa as well, and I don't know, but I guess it depends on which one it is, who's pulling
Yeah.
it out or
That makes
whatever.
sense.
But like if you're using it worldwide though, you
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
think about everybody globally, and maybe something that you need is something that's fast, and not to mention like we mentioned earlier with Binance or Nexo or Crypto.com or Coinbase, you can't withdraw your funds immediately because it don't come out your bank account immediately.
Right.
And so again, if your bank was able to handle transactions faster, then you may be able to withdraw your money faster. So kind of one of them things how I look at it.
We got Fed Now coming soon. Like, remember when it was announced last year that in the United States that it was going to be, I think around July of this year, and whether it gets pushed back or not, and that's going to be those instant transactions and stuff too.
Yeah.
Using blockchain technology
Technology,
to
yeah.
do it. A lot of people are freaking out about it. They don't understand, the concept and kind of thing, and it's scaring them. But yeah, I mean, you can't like deny that this technology is like changing the world. Like, I mean, everything we're talking about here, everything we're seeing, it's like like an evolution. It's coming. Like,
it's the future, the future of finance.
I mean, and you can fight it all day long. It's not.
And you can look at the history, the history of currency. All the way back to the bartering system, and then using I can't remember the name of the seashell or whatever it was that they used for trading, and then I mean all the different throughout history, all the different types of money and how it was created, and and it really dates back to China too. That was weird too. When I was researching currency and stuff like that, but most everything was started in China. Ain't that something? I mean, yeah.
And
but
we
like
are now.
the first paper currency, China.
Really?
Using seashells and stuff as trading, bartering and stuff,
Dang.
China. Like.
That's pretty wild. Yeah.
Like, okay.
I guess
But yeah.
they've been around so long, China.
I guess so.
We're so big and stuff.
Yeah,
Man.
but that's pretty interesting too. But again, you can look at the history and look at the last time
Yeah.
that currency was updated, and it even tells you that digital is the next step. It's the next evolution of currency.
Yep.
And we've already been there for a while too. You know what I mean? Like utilizing your phone on your bank, logging into your bank account.
Where, like, your movies got turned to digital. Your music.
Yeah.
And then like your even like taxi cabs, like
Everything-
Ubers,
everything.
all digital on your phone now.
Like you said, movies. You went from VHS or whatever to DVDs, and then Blu-ray, and then whatever.
And that's just like obsolete now.
Yeah.
I mean, like, are you kidding me? I gotta put this whole disc in to hear this song. Like, when I got all
You
this
probably
stuff.
sell a VHS for $1 million. You know what I mean? Or a cassette player and radio, like you talking about music. You got VHS and stuff like that, or cassette player or cassette tapes and iPods,
man, I mean,
all this stuff's been updated.
it's crazy because I remember like having to put like a cassette player, like to listen to a different song. You had to, from a different band or whatever, you had to pull the thing out, and then find the one you're looking for.
Or you look at photos and stuff.
Man, photos, exactly.
You used to take a picture and you got to go into a black room and put it in some
or
what's
send it off or whatever. The black and white. You talking about the
yeah, you gotta
the
put
red
it. You
room
gotta
and
put
stuff?
it. You gotta put it in that liquid or whatever,
Yeah,
so you can see the photo. You gotta hang it up in the black room or
take a lot of
whatever,
time
and
and
you gotta wait. And then the next
expensive.
one was the
Polaroid.
Polaroid where you and
Yeah.
that prints out the photo and you gotta shake it and all that, and then the next one. Now we got phones that take 4K and
Just like
stuff.
that, and you can erase
Yeah.
it, take another one. And
You got
see,
TVs,
Oh.
you know what I mean? Like
It's-
everything's been updated.
except for
Current
like,
currency.
money, right?
Current-
It's turned now, right? It's like, man, but
The
they gotta
net-
get it right.
And again, it ain't gonna be for this show, but something for the viewers is something like we could do a debate on. Is gonna be like
Yeah.
the pros and cons to
Get
cryptocurrency,
your
right?
brother on
Because
here.
yeah, right. Because I was just talking to a dude at work today, actually, matter of fact, about like it's a good thing that it's being updated, but then you got the fact of the traceability,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
a lot of people worry about traceability of their money and stuff, and that's why I like me personally, I like cash. I like crypto and the technology
Yeah,
and what
yeah.
it brings to the table,
Mhm.
worldwide.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm also a big anti-government and anti them knowing what I'm doing type of thing. So
Yeah.
with that being said, with crypto, it's kind of like, well, it's traceable. There ain't but 1, 2 coins that's
Yeah, privacy
privacy,
issues that-
and
yeah.
that's
Mhm.
Monero and
Yeah.
maybe one other. Monero is well known for privacy and not being able to be tracked type of thing. But again, that's like one of my biggest things is I don't want them knowing anything that I got. I don't want them to
that's
know,
right.
and that's
Yeah.
I don't want them to know about how many vehicles I got, how many guns I
Even if you're doing
got, how
nothing
many of
wrong,
this
they
I
don't
got.
need to know anything.
I don't want them to know nothing.
Yeah.
And especially not about money, how much money I got and stuff like that. So again, that's kind of the downside to the crypto and to the
Yeah.
digital world because it brings in traceability issues
You know-
where they're gonna know every
Mhm.
time and they're gonna be able to track where you got this money, where you sent it to, what you got in return, whatever the case may be, and you're gonna have to report
that's
that.
where like mining comes in. Like if you mine to a fresh wallet that there's nothing on, like a cold wallet, and you're mining on the blockchain and you send it over there, there's no traceability on that if you think about it, because you don't have any other transactions going to that wallet except for what you've been mining, and it's basically pulling it up out of there's no like your bank account moving money over here,
Right.
And then on this exchange you're buying this coin and sending it over here. None of the, I mean,
Well, what
isn't that crazy?
what it'll boil down to when it comes to mining is if that platform that you're using, like say Hive OS or NiceHash
Yeah.
or something like that, if they
If they were to
get
report it or
told to report it, just like all these exchanges,
Right.
they get a letter where
Oh,
the
man.
government tells
Yeah,
them
that's
they got to
true.
report
That's
it.
true.
And then guess what? Because they know about mining and they know that you can mine, they're going to start implementing that.
Yeah.
And that's all it takes is them to implement that and force this place to report it,
Right.
just like Cash App. For a long
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
Cash App didn't have to do
Like,
anything,
no,
any
or
reporting
anything,
over
yeah.
$600.
That's
And guess
crazy.
what? They got forced to do it. So what's to say that it don't happen with
It's
mining?
possible. I mean, not like Hive OS is in Ukraine, but I mean it's still possible. They could, it's it's
Well, they
crazy.
tried that with Nexo too. Now
And
Now, some of them turned them down.
Out, you know what I'm saying?
some
Like,
of them
man.
some of them turned them down. But guess what? Nexo decided to listen after a while. You know what I'm saying? Like now we're not able to earn interest
Yeah,
and
it's a
stuff.
bunch of
So,
crap.
and that's what I'm saying. Like that's all it takes. Like the U.S.
They paid a fine. And then
is they're in bed with so many different countries that no matter where they're at, if they're in bed with them, you know what I'm saying, they're going to do what the
Oh,
U.S.
yeah.
tells them to do.
Yeah.
So kind of one of the things. Like I don't know, man. It's kind of.
You
kinda
might get away
sketchy.
with it for a little bit until they figure it out, and then they started forcing stuff.
I mean, I like
And-
cash. Like first, I like crypto just because of the fact that you can make money and make more, but it's still kind of sketchy when it comes to the government side of things, and because you're not gonna get away with anything really and truthfully. Like
It's kinda
you're
weird.
bound to get caught eventually.
Because if you have a cold wallet, okay, and you have your crypto or whatever, and you send it to a cold wallet, like they can't touch it, like the government and stuff, and nobody can really unless they get your C phrase. But at the same time, you still got all that traceability stuff going on, what
Yeah.
I mean? Pretty much. So it's
Yeah,
kinda like,
everything's on the blockchain. Everything's
Yeah, yeah.
recorded. So no matter what you do, they can track where that money comes from and where it goes to.
I mean, if you think about it, it's really scary in a way. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
man, the world is changing. I'm telling you. And
And
you
that's
know,
that's kind of one of the arguments that me and not argument, but debates that me
Yeah.
and Odu was having today was on that right there. And I
Right.
mean,
and
it's
it's valid. Like, I mean, it really is. Cause
it is, and so I mean, I kind of agree, but again, like this is something that make now I'm not saying because you ain't got to do this forever. You know what I'm saying? You get in, you get out. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And like I said, you got if you want to be legit, you got to do it legit. If other than that, you really ain't gonna. I mean, there's not too many ways that you can get out of it unless you move out the country, go to a place that
But then
ain't
eventually
so
that's
strict,
gonna
and
be
then
taken over too. I mean,
right, and then they will start implementing it or whatever, and then you're just gonna be running around, at the end of the day. So best just do what you're supposed to do, and
Yeah.
make what you make, pay what you pay, capital gain taxes and stuff like that. But
Right.
again, the debates will be saved for another day.
Yeah.
It's always fun to debate about
Oh
crypto,
yeah. Oh yeah.
and it would be something that would be
Oh,
interesting
man.
if we had people in the
Man,
chat.
wouldn't that be nuts to have
Oh.
somebody on there that could put up a good argument and just talk it
I
out?
mean, I look at both sides of a book versus just one side,
Yeah.
so I'm pretty good
You
about
got like people
looking at two sides to the story.
that believe only in like gold, invest
Yeah.
in gold and not like crypto. That they have debates about that kind of stuff too. And I mean, it's pretty fascinating stuff.
Yeah,
It gets you thinking, it gets
Yeah.
your mind working. It's like crashing, metal to metal.
yeah, kind of. I mean, because not one argument or point, could be right. This is what you believe in, but
Mhm.
your mind could be altered and changed, right? Once you learn more information,
Yeah.
and you
yeah.
have these debates, it kind of allows you to open your mind into other possibilities
Exactly.
instead of being one-sided or
Yeah.
thinking this is how it is no matter what. But that ain't true because you got other people that may know a little bit more about this or may know a little bit about this.
Maybe they bring something to your attention that you didn't really think about before
Yeah.
or something. And you're like, oh, well,
Right.
wait a minute. Wait a minute. I never thought about that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it can make a difference, and it's fun to have those debates too.
Yeah,
man.
right. And like I said,
Get somebody on the show to have some debates.
yeah, right. I mean,
Oh man.
like I said, I believe in crypto as a good thing. Update to the system. I ain't saying it's the best route only because of the way the government handles stuff.
Yeah,
And want to be
the
involved in
control.
every little thing and the control. It is decentralized and it's made for that point right there. But no matter how decentralized you try to make it, they're still gonna be in
They're
control.
still gonna find a way.
They're still gonna be in charge of it. They're gonna find a way. And with that being said, our next show is gonna be discussing the different types of coins. Your layer ones,
Oh
twos,
yeah, yeah.
your proof of work, proof of stake, proof of history. All that good stuff.
That's cool.
And so with that being said, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button so that you never miss out on crypto content. And that's all for now. But don't worry, we got plenty more content
Oh,
that we
man,
can
yeah.
put out. We're gonna be coming back on Thursday, 6:15 again, and so we'll see you then. And thanks again for watching the Archer Exchange.
Appreciate it.